Hello, I'm back, sort of. Sorry, let me get into YouTube. No, you're good. Caps is fine. Sorry, I also have like a thing for my throat that I should have had earlier that I didn't take, but let's see, live chat replay, subscribers for 5 minutes, live reactions off, no slow mode, save. Hello, everyone. Hello. Okay. So, I don't feel like it's too much to ask for people to be subscribers to chat in the stream, considering the amount of trolls we get here on YouTube and how it's not so easily moderatable. Hey, everyone. Welcome back. This is probably going to be a pretty short stream today because I don't know. I just don't know what my energy levels are going to be like. I'm not used to talking that much right now. Let me know how the stream sounds. Since I brought this other computer down here, I didn't set up the audio very well, but I tried to do that. So be really critical. Don't just tell me it's fine. Like, be really critical. Like, if it doesn't sound good, just like actually tell me that. I'm gonna be coughing. I'm gonna try to mute myself when I cough. What else would I like to say? Welcome back. You cannot hear the music. Let me turn the music up then. I will turn the music up. I don't like the music to be too loud. Otherwise, I feel like I'm competing with it. How's that? Can you hear the music a little better now? I turned it up. Thank you, Mr. Oddity. It's been pretty rough the last couple weeks. By the way, you can feel it. That's good for you. I might have to turn it down for myself because it actually feels too loud to me, but that's okay. Welcome in, everyone. If you're new here, my name is Chris, aka Treble Hime. A formerly certified personal trainer, although I've never really worked as a personal trainer. I have not been streaming for the last few weeks because I had a trip with work, and then I got really sick from being in New York City, but I'm on the mend. Before the last time I streamed, I was in a calorie deficit and I was cutting, trying to lose fat, but I unfortunately had to stop my cut early because I got really sick and I was not recovering. My psoriasis was also getting triggered. It's still a little iffy with the psoriasis, so I'm in a maintenance phase right now, and I need to do my physique update for the Ape Classic. My face is looking a little weird. I don't know if you can really tell on screen. It looks a little weird to me, but I've been having some issues. I don't know what you would, I honestly don't know what happened, but I had some like really weird reaction to something in New York, and my face kind of swelled up really bad, and it's it's not going down all the way. It's still not down all the way, but like, yeah, anyways. But yeah, basically the long and short is I had to go to New York City for a week for work, and then I was also visiting some friends. I came back and I got really sick, but not sick enough to take off of work. So I work from home, and like I was functional enough to keep working, but like I couldn't work out. I couldn't work out. I didn't really leave the house that much. I maybe went to get groceries like one time. I've been sleeping a lot. Yeah, it's been a not the best 2 or 3 or 4 weeks for me lately. Right, so I'm in a maintenance phase. Hey Tech, hey Jack, what's up? Hey Georgie, hey Michael. Yeah, so that's basically what's been going on with me. So if my voice sounds a little different than usual, it's probably because I've been sick. And I am definitely still recovering. I have not worked out for about 2.5 weeks, but I plan on easing back into it this week. I really wanted to put on makeup today, but my psoriasis is kind of like affecting my eye area. I didn't think that was a good idea. But I haven't played with makeup in like a long time, and I just like feel like I wanted to play with makeup, but I didn't think it was a good idea. Did I get a farmer's tan? I don't think so. So sometimes when I come closer to the camera, I get kind of a weird shoulder, or I get a weird shadow. Maybe that's what you're seeing. But I literally have not been outside, so I don't know where I would have gotten a farmer's tan from. I'm feeling really like deflated right now. Overall, while I was in my calorie deficit, I lost like 10 or 15 pounds. And I doubt that I have lost any muscle mass, maybe a little bit, but I just feel like really deflated because I haven't been working out. I feel like my legs look really skinny, but I think that's just like me not feeling pumped up. Hey, thanks Turtle in Training. It's good to be back. Forearms look darker. I mean, my forearms do generally look darker because I have hair on my arms. I don't like shave my arm hair, so they do tend to look a little bit darker. But I mean, I definitely I don't usually like worry too much about putting sunscreen on my lower arms. Mafik is here. Thank you, Tech. Yeah, so you can kind of see here, this is where like some of the psoriasis is coming through. It's on one of my hernia scars. You can see this is like, these two are the other scars, but for some reason this one started getting like kind of the red itchy patches. I think there's also some, you can't really see it, it's starting to go away, like here and on my neck and then around this eye. I'm not working out today, bath salts. I don't work out on stream anymore. Usually when we're streaming, we're just hanging out and chatting. Some shade in the light, it was just a mind trick. Gotcha, yeah. I don't actually go out that much, but I wouldn't be surprised if I did get a little bit of a farmer's tan because I tend to wear t-shirts and stuff. Hopefully the stream quality is okay. They keep sending me a warning, but it seems good to me. I updated my computer and everything. Yeah, that's it. That's it from me. How has everybody else been? How y'all been doing? Trying to think. Since I'm not cutting anymore, we've been eating out because I'm not cutting and I haven't been feeling well. We've been eating out a lot more recently, which is not really a bad thing. I'm actually having a hard time getting in enough calories. I'm kind of just like, you know, I haven't been working out, so I just don't really feel like eating. So I kind of have to force myself to eat sometimes. It's also like a lot of times when you're sick, you just kind of just feel like bleh, you don't really want to eat that much. That's been nice. One time you mistaked psoriasis cream for toothpaste, that's pretty bad. You wear graphic tees 95% of the time you leave the house. Yeah, me too, honestly. It's just more comfy. I like to be comfy. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft, and Joey and I watched Terminator Zero on Netflix. It's like an 8-episode anime set in the Terminator universe. Sometimes it's nice to chill and eat out. You did a lot of that when you visited your boyfriend in Germany a few weeks ago. Yeah, it is nice to just chill and not have to worry about cooking, especially when you're like on vacation and stuff. Yo, what's up, Mopar? It's good to be back. Mafik is like climbing. What is he? He's like climbing all up on the leg machine for some reason. I don't know why he's doing this. It is like it's set in the Terminator universe around the same time that Skynet is activated, but it takes place in Japan, which I was talking to Joey about it. I feel like, I don't know if this is like a new trend, but I kind of like when, you know, if I don't want to say that the Terminator like franchise is like stale or anything like that. That's not what I'm trying to say. But I kind of like it when they do something different with the franchise and they don't revamp it, but they show you something else in the world, like in a different area. So they did that with Parasite. If you know anything about the Parasite anime, manga, live action from Japan, they had a live action show on Netflix in the same Parasite universe, but in Korea. So it wasn't a remake, it was just like what happened in Korea at the same time, and it was like really interesting. It's like, I think it's a good way to like I said, like maybe like bring new life to a franchise without completely retconning everything that's ever happened. I like the Animatrix, it's good. Terminator, Connor Chronicles is a good series. I actually haven't watched that. We'd love to go to a drive-up movie with a bucket of chicken. That sounds nice. Honestly, I love chicken. Hey, Owen, good to see you. I hope you've been well. Yeah, so actually, it was only 8 episodes. The animation style was pretty good. I like the animation style. We watched the English audio and it was pretty good. Yeah, I don't know, I enjoyed it. We just watched it all in one evening. I'm not as like well-versed in Terminator lore as I am with some other franchises, but generally speaking, I enjoy Terminator movies. So yeah, if you also like Terminator, maybe you want to check that out on Netflix. Hashtag not sponsored, but you might enjoy it. What else? Yeah, besides that, mostly just been playing Minecraft and chilling. Honestly, I haven't even been playing Minecraft as much as I could. I actually find it to be pretty like mentally taxing sometimes. So it's not like I can just sit there and play it for like a really, really long time. I start to like feel a little fuzzy. You've seen all the Terminator movies in theaters? You actually have never watched any of the Terminator movies? Terminator is a scary movie. It is kind of scary. I mean, it's definitely, it's like, okay. It's like part action, it's like action sci-fi, and it is pretty scary, I would say. It's just kind of like the thought of, the concept of it is very scary. And I mentioned that I watched it in Jade's stream, who I think she's still streaming right now. She was saying that there's like this whole theory about how the Matrix and the Terminator movies are all in the same universe, and I was like, I can see that. I hadn't heard of it before, but I was like, I can see that. Maybe I'll look up some videos about it. Could be interesting. I don't think bearminating is a thing. Number 2 reason why you don't trust AI, especially nowadays. Yeah, it's pretty spooky stuff, honestly. If the AI takes over, like, just leave me here to die, okay? I hope I get nuked in the blast, to be honest. Like, I don't need to survive. I like my comfortable life. And if I can't have my comfortable life, I think I'm good, you know? I can be slightly uncomfortable, but just to, like, I don't want to really, I don't want to live in a post-apocalyptic world. You thank Miss Google when you ask her a question for a reason. Man, they really messed Google up. Google kind of stinks now. It just like doesn't work that well. It's kind of sad. I feel like I can't Google anything anymore. I do think all this rest I've been taking, I think whatever weirdness I was feeling in my shoulder and lat, I think that's probably completely gone. So that's nice. But I have been having some weirdness with my stomach. It just feels really tight all the time. It's probably from sitting too much. If you die, you'd like to become a cyborg? I wouldn't want to be a cyborg. I just want to die. I'm the kind of person, I mean, not to get morbid or anything, but I'm the kind of person, like, I don't want life after death. I don't want reincarnation. I want to have a meaningless life in a meaningless universe. And when I die, I just want it to be over. I don't ever want to have to deal with this living situation ever again. I don't want heaven. I don't want hell. I just want to cease to exist. And that sounds nice to me. But I know a lot of people, that really fucks them up. The thought of that really fucks people up. Same for you, Tech, yeah. Some people get really fucked up thinking about it like that. The possibility of, like, existing for no reason. Bro, we're just animals. We're just animals with a slightly higher intelligence. I have not watched Rick and Morty in a really long time. I don't think that I'm caught up on it. But generally speaking, I like Rick and Morty. Man, I feel pretty stiff. Oh, hi, Tabs. What's up? Yeah, I mean, it's above my pay grade. Eating some chicken salad, that sounds awesome. Been cooking a lot lately. I mean, you don't have to be involved with the fandom to watch Rick and Morty. I have nothing to do with the Rick and Morty fandom, even though, generally speaking, I like the show. You can just not interact with them and just watch the show. Yeah, I mean, that's... I don't know what to tell you. Don't let other people dictate your life. I don't know, like, those people don't mean anything to you, so why do you care? At least that's how I see it. Big facts is really easy. Just shred some chicken, add some Greek yogurt, little mayo, light honey mustard, raisins, pecan, celery, super chill. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. Yeah, when I make chicken salad, it's usually like, it's pretty similar to that. I do chicken, Greek yogurt, light mayo, grapes, onion, celery, and tarragon is like my special ingredient. It makes it taste really fresh. And then for seasoning, it's a lot of ranch dressing seasoning. Just the seasoning, not like actual ranch dressing. But yeah, like salt, pepper, and ranch dressing seasoning. Tarragon is an herb. Tarragon. Yeah, I mean, so you'd like to add a little dill. I do like dill as well. I usually put dill in my potato salads. So I don't know like what, like, so in America, like we kind of have two different types of salads, and like maybe this is the same in your country, Tech, or maybe it's different, but we have like we have salads that are like a Caesar salad or a Greek salad that's mostly like lettuce or greens, and then it has like toppings on it and like a dressing. But we also have what we also call salads that are like, that don't have greens in them. It's just like chicken salad is mostly chicken with a dressing on it, or potato salad that's mostly potatoes with the dressing on it. So like the salads that we're specifically talking about is more like that, where it's like chicken or potatoes, or egg salad that's just like eggs chopped up with like mayonnaise or something. So that's like the kind of salads that we're talking about, which I think is like, generally speaking, probably most people like more than the lettucey salads. Your boyfriend used to work at a restaurant and he told you that the meal with the highest calories was the salad. A lot of times when you go to restaurants, salads are really high calories because of the dressing and the toppings. So I'm not super surprised by that. You thought Rick and Morty was more cult than a cartoon? No, it's just, it's a cartoon. You can just watch it. It can be if you put a lot of stuff in it, yeah. I mean, I think it's, Rick and Morty, it's not like a cartoon for children. It's like more of an adult cartoon where they kind of like talk about more serious subjects, and like the characters are very kind of like complicated. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good show, but if you don't like raunchy things, if you don't like violence, I would say it's a little violent. You might not enjoy it. but I think I think it's a good show. It's like, it's different than like Family Guy, and it's different than like American Dad, although it has kind of a similar animation style, like American cartoon kind of animation style. It's like very similar looking, but the subject matter is like, I think, different. And it does like follow a progression. It's not just like episodic. If you're interested, maybe you should try and see what it is so you can make your own opinion. Yeah, I mean, you've heard a lot about people think they're eating healthy and they are really not. Yes, I agree. I mean, there's a lot of like, I don't know if you would call it like, there's a lot of misinformation about eating healthy, and a lot of people, I would say a lot of people mistake nutritious for light on calories, you know, because something can be really nutritious, you know, like a salad that has a lot of vegetables, maybe it has fruit, has nuts, has cheese. Each of these things by themselves is not crazy high calories, but when you combine them all together, it does add up a lot. But it's a very nutritious meal, but it's also very calorie dense, especially when you add in a dressing that's either like creamy and cheesy or has a lot of oil in it. And like I said, like cheese by itself is not bad. Oil by itself is not bad. It just like, it's the quantities and it's the overall calories that in the long term, you know, eating high calorie, eating in a calorie surplus is what leads to weight gain. So. I try to like, when I'm talking about food intake and food choices, I try to be like really specific in my verbiage when I'm saying something. I don't want to say something is good for you or something is bad for you. I try to say things like processed foods or calorie dense foods, foods that are nutritious, foods that have a lot of nutrients, a lot of micronutrients. I try to talk about foods that are lower in calories but higher volume. And yeah, instead of saying like good or bad for you, because when it comes to like weight gain and weight loss, at the end of the day, it's really about calories in and calories out, and being in a calorie surplus or being in a calorie deficit. So, I mean, these past couple weeks, when I have not been cutting, not been trying to be in a calorie deficit, I've had McDonald's, I've had Taco Bell, I've had Domino's, I've had Chipotle. A lot of people would say that these foods are not healthy, these foods are not good for you, but it's helping me reach my fitness goal. and quite frankly, I did not gain any weight in that time because my overall calorie intake was not in a surplus. So yeah, I would honestly encourage other people to be really specific, like when they're talking about these things. Sometimes it's even healthy to be a bit unhealthy. I definitely agree that sometimes it can be good for your mental health not to think too much about what you're eating, but it's a very like fine line. I can tell you from experience that it's very mentally taxing to constantly be thinking about what I'm eating, like especially when I'm in a calorie deficit. You know, I'm mentally like going over all the stuff I'm eating throughout the day. I'm logging it. A lot of people would probably think that it's like borderline obsessive and like not good for you, and it does get really mentally taxing. And sometimes I just need to not do that for my own mental health. But even when I'm not tracking my food, I try to, I would say like 80 to 90% of the time, I try to make nutritious, high protein decisions when it comes to what I'm eating. You know what I'm saying? Not always, like sometimes I do go off the wall, but most of the time I try to eat things that help me reach my fitness goals, if that makes sense. Okay, see you later, Mr. Oddity. So. But yeah, like also for me at the same time, I would have a really difficult time losing weight if I was not tracking my food. One thing that I think people don't talk about when it comes to like tracking your food intake and tracking your weight is one of the things that it allows me to do is to lose weight eating as many calories as possible. So if I was just trying to kind of go on an elimination diet to lose weight, you know, I would just end up cutting out a bunch of things and I wouldn't really have a very good idea of how many calories I'm eating a day. I just know that I have to eat less. But when I'm tracking my food and I know exactly how many calories I'm eating a day, I can keep that number relatively steady. And I can also, you know, I can see exactly what it's doing to my body. Am I losing weight over time? Am I not losing weight over time? And am I gaining weight? And then I can adjust based on those trends. So it allows me to eat as much as possible while losing weight, which I also think is like really important for like your long-term health. If you're the kind of person that does like to eat, and I am the kind of person that does like to eat. So, you want to make a change in your physique, you're gonna have to do something to make yourself uncomfortable. And for me, I make myself uncomfortable by eating a lot less calories. But I don't make myself uncomfortable by doing cardio. I did absolutely no cardio, except while I was in New York, but it was just a lot more walking than normal. And I was a little bored, so sometimes at night I would just like sit on the bike in the hotel gym and like watch something on my phone. But that was about it. Honestly, for the most part, I get less than 5,000 steps a day. Macro factor dropped you again? Wait, how many calories are you on? I'm not doing really good on what I'm supposed to be doing. Hey, TNT. You don't mind doing cardio, you just wish that workouts wouldn't take so much time. Yeah, I feel that. That's a mood. Well, I do mind doing cardio, but I would say it's mostly a time sink. You know, if I already spend like an hour to an hour and a half working out, I don't want to then spend another half an hour, 20 minutes or whatever doing cardio on top of that. 1821, damn. I haven't been very compliant with what Macro Factor has been telling me to do, but it thinks my maintenance is 2,300 calories, and I'm just like, I don't know about that. That seems high. Got this stomach thing going on, so I don't think you're absorbing any of this food. Damn, bro. I know you mentioned in your stream yesterday and that you were gonna work out at home. today. I hope your stomach situation rights itself. I really hate like, I really hate when I'm having stomach troubles. I don't want to move. I'm just worried I'm gonna shit myself. I don't know. I can't. Stomach problems give me anxiety, for real, for real. You are shitting? No, it's okay. No, I'm like, I don't have IBS, but I'm an IBS hottie for real. Like, I have been there, and I'm feeling for you, my guy. I really hope it like fixes itself. And it's like there's nothing you can really do about it, right? You just have to kind of like let it run its course. And it's like a lot of the times like you don't know what triggered it. I feel like that's for me. Like I'm like, maybe I ate something bad, but I don't know. Who can say? Damn, bro. Get some Vaseline on that booty hole. Yo, killed Dion. What's up? What's up, Matthias? Your stomach be going crazy too. Me too. I definitely get like anxiety, tummy troubles. I think for a long time, I thought that diet sodas were fucking up my stomach, but no, bitch. I had anxiety. I had anxiety about leaving the house, and like anytime I got in a car, I felt like I was gonna shit myself immediately, and I had to like, I started carrying toilet paper in my car. I'm like, if I gotta pull over, I'm pulling over and taking a shit on the side of the road. Like, but I have to get over this. I have to make myself go out, and like, it worked. I'm usually pretty good nowadays, but I still keep that toilet paper in the car just in case. You never know. You never know. You've been summoned. Good to see you, bro. I hope you've been well. When in doubt, just keep toilet paper in your car, like for real. No cap on God. Tell everyone I told you, keep toilet paper in your car. Like for real, for real. Like, you know, it's cool, you're a dude and you can just like pee wherever, but like that one time you gotta take a shit, you better have that TP. Funny how mental health is so connected with so much going on in the body. It'd be very hard to realize what's going on too. Yes, I agree. Like I said, like for a long time, I thought that like the aspartame in diet sodas was fucking me up, but no, it wasn't. And like after I like forced myself to go out, I haven't, my stomach has not been that fucked up in a really long time. You know, every once in a while I'm a little like, I don't know, but it hasn't been like nearly as bad. You keep that thing on, yeah, I do keep that thing on me. In all your bags you leave the house with, moist wipes, hell yeah. I saw a documentary on Japan and there are people haven't left from their apartment in like years, and there's a name. Is it? Yeah, Hikikomori. It's, you thought you were putting that ass in aspartame. I thought the aspartame was putting the ass on me. That didn't make sense. Yeah, Hikikomori, yeah. I think people can become hikikomori for like different reasons. And yeah, there was, Joey and I watched some like true crime stuff on the regular, and there have been a couple cases of hikikomori going on killing sprees in Japan. The thing about Japan is that it's like a very safe country. There's almost no gun violence because you can't really get guns. And yeah, like generally speaking, especially when you're like an American and you go to Japan, you're like, wow, this is like crazy. I feel like I can just walk down the street in the middle of the night. But it's like when something happens, it's usually like really, really, really fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have a ton of like, I'm sure there's like a decent amount of like petty crimes, like, you know, theft, like, I'm sure there's some SA going on, but there's not a lot in like the middle. There's not a ton of people just like going around stabbing people. But like when somebody gets really pushed to the edge, like they really go, yeah. So this is actually the synth wave. I think this is synth wave on Epidemic. Yeah, it's the synth wave genre. Uh-oh, where's the stream? Yeah. So, but, I mean, like I said, people become hikikomori for different reasons. I wouldn't want to like judge somebody too harshly, but I think it's got, since they've had those situations where there have been like really bad, violent crimes committed by a couple of people, they have like a really, really bad reputation in Japan, I think. Obviously, I'm not Japanese. I don't want to speak in absolutes about a culture that's not my own. I mean, I wouldn't actually want to speak about it in absolutes about my own culture because, you know, I'm not what's the word? Omni-smart? All-knowing? So, yeah, but it's rough. Life is rough in Japan sometimes, I think. It's hard. The culture is very different. Not to say it's not like difficult for people in America, but Japan is not just like a perfect country or anything. Omniscient. Omniscient? Am I saying that right? I feel like so deflated right now, but it'll come back. It's fine. I'm liking this playlist. Omniscient. I think I need to hear somebody say it. I think I'm having a hard time with that word for some reason. The last one, omniscient. I think I need to get Botox again soon. What's everyone been up to? Anything interesting? Hey, Knight, thank you. Oh, I had to, no. I think that my personal training certification is definitely lapsed. It's like no longer valid. Hey, Angel. Good to see you. But even then, even when it was valid, I wasn't taking personal training clients. You're looking for a new house. Oh, I hate moving. That's such a hassle. I hope you find something soon though. I hope it goes like really smoothly for you. God, moving is the worst. But I mean, like, yeah, any like friends or like people from stream, like you can always ask fitness questions in the Discord. Like if you need help with programming, I don't want to tell everybody. I really don't like okay, it's a fine line. It's a very fine line. I don't like getting a lot of messages, but if you have like a really genuine question, you don't feel comfortable asking in the public, in my Discord server, you can message me. I'd love to talk to you about it. Answer questions as best as I can. You know, you can message me anytime. We have messaged back and forth, but I just like, yeah, don't just send me memes. I hate that. I hate it when people send me memes with no context. But yeah, like tech, if you need help, anything, just message me. Been practicing with a Frisbee team in town. You're going this weekend to play the first tournament since your ACL. Yeah, I know you've been playing Frisbee again. I hope you have a fun time. Be careful. I mean, I know you're gonna be careful, but I'm just saying, also be careful. But good luck at your tournament. Have I ever told you that my brother was really into Ultimate Frisbee? That's why he went to University of Maryland for their Frisbee team. One of the reasons. He also injured himself and had to stop playing Frisbee. I don't think it was as bad as tearing his ACL, but I think he basically stopped playing Frisbee after that. Now he's into like biking. He's really into biking. He's also really into eating and drinking. So, but yeah, I don't have too much in common with my brother actually. You didn't know that was why? Yeah, it was one of the reasons. So I was like, when I was going to college, I had planned to do 2 years at community college, and then I was going to go to University of Maryland, and my parents also wanted my brother to do that to save money, but he was really adamant about going straight to University of Maryland. But I mean, he like worked, and he like doesn't have any school debt or anything like that. I don't either. But I never ended up going to a 4-year college. Nothing crazy, chilly, walking, stretching, got flu and COVID shots, nice. Hey, lazy engineer. How have I been? Not good. To be honest, not good. Glad you decided to go. I hope you don't embarrass yourself. I'm sure you won't. I don't think you'll embarrass yourself. You don't overthink it too much. You're also really into eating. He's like, he's like next level into eating though. Like really foodie-y, like, and he loves to travel and eat food. He eats a lot of different stuff, makes a lot of different stuff. It's really funny because like both of my parents are very picky eaters. Part of the reason why my mom is a picky eater is because she has really bad acid reflux. So there's just a lot of foods that she can't eat. But my dad grew up vegetarian, and he just won't eat a lot of stuff. But both my brother and I are very like experimental. We eat a lot of different stuff. Not and like completely like the opposite of them. People gain weight in college. Yeah, my brother definitely did. That's not a young blood anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I've been sick this entire time. Basically since the last time I've streamed. I had 1 week where I was in New York, and then after that I got really sick. You're fortunate you worked so hard to pay for college out of pocket for 3 out of 4 years while you were still in school. So your uni debt is paid off too. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Debt is like, it can get really bad. So I'm glad for you. I'm glad for me. I'm glad for my brother. Joey also doesn't have any school debt. Most of his pharmacy school was paid for with scholarships. Oh, also Joey took, I don't know if he's in chat. He might be driving, but Joey took a test to get licensed in DC, and he passed it on the first try. He didn't think he was gonna pass it. Also, hello, Laserlord. New York sickens me too. Yeah, Ariel thinks that like straight up, the literal like hot garbage in the streets of New York is what made me sick. And I was like, you know, I would believe it. It was like so bad. I forgot. I used to love going to New York. Joey and I used to go on day trips to New York all the time. Joey's driving. Everybody say congrats to Joey. We used to go to New York like every few months. And like being in New York City just like sucks the life out of me nowadays. Like I hated being there for this stupid trip. I hated it. It was so disgusting. I think ever since we like started going to Japan, I just like don't like New York City anymore. I would rather pay thousands of dollars to go to Japan than go to New York. Hell yeah. He was like so surprised. It was funny. He's like, I can't believe I passed it. He swore up and down that he failed. But yeah, but I have to go back up to New York in November for another work thing, which I'm honestly not that excited about. I have some coworkers I really like, and I had a fun time hanging out with them, but I did not enjoy being in the city. And then I stayed with some friends like over the weekend. Like I was there for work Monday through Friday, and then I stayed with a friend like Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday during the day. And she was like, I'm so bad. I'm so sorry that we're not doing anything fun. And I'm just like, I was like, you know that we don't have to do anything. We can just sit here and watch movies. I don't care about doing anything New York-y. I literally do not give a fuck about New York City. You're doing a day trip this month to New York? Ooh, are you sure you want to go while it's still hot? You don't want to wait? I'm sure the weather's still going to be really gross up there right now. And they do have good food. That's like the only thing. They have good food in New York City. But at the same time, sometimes it makes me sick to my stomach how bad it smells. Like the whole city smells like literal trash, and it's disgusting. What's Governor's Island? I'm sorry, lazy engineer. I have, not anymore, but I used to have a lot of friends that live in New York City. I have nothing against New Yorkers as people. I know still a lot of people that live in New York. Just the city itself, it just like, it sucks the life out of my soul to be there. I just hate it. I hate being there. But I enjoy the company of many New Yorkers. I think New Yorkers are very interesting people. What's up, Daniel? How are you doing? Some parts of the city are also nicer than others. I was like specifically in like Times Square, which is probably one of like the nastiest places in the city because of how many tourists there are. So that probably doesn't help my perception of it. The little island around New York City only opens to the public in the fall season. Oh, interesting. You have nothing against New York, just against the Yankees, the Giants, the Rangers, the Islanders, and the Knicks. I mean, some of the people are in New York are also not so nice, but a lot of people are pretty cool. A lot of New Yorkers are like super interesting people. I just like, for the life of me, like I would never ever choose to live there. One day you hope to go to the States whenever your boyfriend wants to go back to visit family. Never been to New York. It's a lot. It's also incredibly expensive. It's so expensive. Like I cannot imagine going to New York for a vacation. It's so expensive. I mean, maybe we stayed at like a really expensive hotel for this work thing, but it was so expensive. You never been to America either? I just feel like most people would probably enjoy California more than New York City. No, New York is just a really expensive city. It's not just because of tourists. It's like, I mean, it could, part of it might be because of tourists, but it is an incredibly expensive city in general for the people that live there as well. Would y'all ever come visit Florida? Me personally am not really interested in going to Florida, but a lot of people do like to go to Florida for Disney. It's just like there's nothing really in Florida for me personally. I don't like hot weather. I don't like the beach. I don't like Disney. Like if I was going there specifically to visit you, Tabs, like that's like one thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I would do it to visit a friend, but like for me to like go there on vacation is not, it doesn't sound like a nice vacation to me. Nope. Nobody can catch me. I'm too smart. You can't stand the heat, so you're probably away from hot places. New York City is surprisingly hot during the summer because of all the skyscrapers and the asphalt. I would specifically not recommend going to New York City in the summer. I think it's better. I think Christmas, if you love Christmas, Christmas in New York City is really nice. They have a lot of decorations. Yeah, if you're like a Christmas person, that would be a good time to go to New York City. Visit Flo Rideable. Does he even do concerts anymore? Encounter and fight the legendary Florida man. I'm very not fighting. You just don't know what you take you to see. Like, people often think that they need to entertain me when I visit, and that is like not true at all. I am very happy to like visit you, stay at home and like watch movies most of the time, maybe go out to eat to like a local restaurant, like your favorite local restaurant, or like you cook for me or I cook for you. Like a lot of time, like when I went to visit, the last time I went to visit my friend Misha Mai, like she wanted me to like cook a lot. She was like, make Korean fried chicken, make curry, make Taiwanese fried chicken. And then we ate a lot of like Whataburger. because we don't have Whataburger in Maryland. So like me and Joey wanted to eat Whataburger, and like we got like kolaches, which we also don't really have in Maryland. Just like a lot of stuff that we don't have in Maryland, but not like anything fancy. Hey, William. Hey, aesthetic physique enthusiast. Yeah, New York City for New Year's would also be pretty cool. You think it was Georgia that your boyfriend has family? Atlanta, Georgia? Or Georgia the state? I've heard Georgia the state is like pretty nice, but it's also in the South. I'm not really huge on South. Your sister has to be entertained? No. Kolache is like, it's like some kind of pastry. I don't know. Sometimes it just has a sausage in it with like dough around it. And sometimes it's like almost like a Danish. Yeah, I think it's like, I can't remember specifically like what culture it's from, but like we just don't really have it in Maryland, but apparently they're all over the place in the area that she lives in Texas. So we had kolaches a lot, and they're pretty good. But yeah, I'm not the kind of person that needs to be entertained. I'm happy, especially for people that like I don't talk to a lot, like via text. I'm happy to just like hang out and like chat and like watch movies. A lot of times, like when I visited my friend in New York, like we hadn't seen each other for a long time, and she was like, we watched some of her favorite horror movies that I hadn't seen, and then we also watched some horror movies that I really liked that she hadn't seen. Like we basically watched movies the whole weekend. We cooked some food together. We didn't even really eat out. So yeah, I'm happy to just chill. A lot of the time also, if I'm visiting a friend specifically, I won't take off of work so that they also don't have to take off of work if they don't want to, because I can just work from my laptop. So I'll, like the last time I visited Jade, I just had my normal work schedule and I took my laptop and I worked during the day while she was doing her personal training. And then we hung out at night. We went plant shopping. We watched some movies. Oh my God, we watched, what was that? It's like a movie based off of a video game that had Tom Holland in it, where he's like an architect or something. Anyways, it was so funny because Jade got so mad because she's like a literal archaeologist, not architect, archaeologist. She's like a literal Uncharted. Yes, Uncharted. She's like a literal former archaeologist, and she was getting so pissed watching it. It was so funny. It was hilarious. It's not really a good movie, but it was really funny to watch it with Jade. Yeah, I'm the kind of person that just I just want to chill and hang out and absorb like your friendship, you know what I'm saying? I like Whataburger. I don't think it's like the best burger place ever, but I really love fast food. You're having a Popeye's chicken diet. Wow. The last time I visited, the time I visited Ariel in California, you're from Los Angeles, but you're in El Paso, Texas. You don't know where to eat out besides fast food. I mean, have you just tried like Googling it? Just like Google it. Just like use Google Maps and see what's good in the area. You take Whataburger over In-N-Out now that you've tried them both? I've actually never have In-N-Out. Is Carl's Jr. good? It is very low on my list of fast food places to eat at. I think Carl's Jr. is good in Japan. I don't think it's good in the US, but it's not a popular fast food restaurant in my area, but maybe it's better in other places. Whataburger has really good honey chicken biscuit. That does sound really good. I don't think I had it. I think I ate mostly like the burgers. In-N-Out burgers are good, but the fries are terrible. I have not had In-N-Out. Sorry. Yeah. When I went to visit Ariel in California, we mostly had takeout, and then she cooked for me once. And we didn't really do much. Oh, we had hot pot one time. I think we also had sushi one time. We had a lot of bubble tea. Oh, we did have Chinese food too. The Chinese food was good. Okay, we ate out a lot. You missed Jack in the Box? Jack in the Box is still around though, isn't it? Or no? Oh, it's a breakfast item? Maybe that's why. Oh, it's not near you. You had it when you were in Cali. Gotcha. Okay, it's still out west. It's not on the East Coast. I don't think I've ever had Jack in the Box. I've had Bojangles. It wasn't that good, but it also wasn't that bad. I don't know. I do like a good Chinese buffet. Haven't been to one in a really long time. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Does anybody else like Carl's Jr.? It's just like not on my radar. I like Raising Cane's. It recently came to Maryland, but it was better in California. But yeah, I like chicken, and I think they do have some of like the better chicken if you want chicken without bones. Hopefully that muted the mic. Yeah, it did. Sounds weird, but you love Jack in the Box hard shell tacos, greasy AF, good after a hangover. I mean, I don't think that sounds weird. I think having greasy food when you have a hangover is pretty normal, but also I love greasy food. So it doesn't sound weird to me. You also like Raising Cane's? Went to a Chinese buffet with your brother, ate so much you were like simulating pregnancy? Damn. Yeah, I try not to go too hard. If I go to a buffet, I try to eat as much meat as possible to get my money's worth. Jack in the Box is more known for burgers. I thought Jack in the Box was chicken. I thought Jack in the Box was chicken. Maybe I'm confusing it with Bojangles. Oh, Nancy, can I show you what I was trying to say about your walk yesterday while you were practicing on stream? Do you mind? You can tell me if you don't care. Feel free to tell me no. But yes, okay. Okay. Let me move some of this. Okay. I have some high heels down here also that I can put on. Oh my God. I actually really like Taco Bell. I don't know. Some people like really are just not into Taco Bell. I really like Taco Bell. Okay. So what I was trying to say is like, this is something that I see a lot of like female competitors do. I know, I'm really bad at walking in heels. So like disregard my, me walking awkwardly. But what I was trying to say is that something I notice a lot of competitors do, I feel like I'm gonna trip on this, is as they're walking out and they cross their leg over, they kind of like, it comes out and then they point their toe out to like show the quad definition. Emergency high heels. Yeah, so like one thing I noticed about the way that you're walking and what they were telling you to do from the back was to like kind of like keep your knees together and like your ass up, which I do think is like a good cue. But I think if you are trying to show off your legs for wellness, I think getting that little bit of like, is that pronation? I don't know. That kind of like turn out is gonna like get your thigh. So like from the back, so if you're, you know, kind of like ass up, I try to like keep my knees relatively close, and I kind of like, I try to be a little sassy with it, and like, I'm not that graceful, but like, I try to like consciously lift up my foot and then put it back down. I don't have the arm movement. I can't get the arm movement, but yeah. That's what I was trying to say. Because this putting, like kind of like walking and like getting your feet kind of like pigeon-toed almost, even like straight on, it doesn't flex the quad as much. Although you can't see it on me because I don't have good quads. But I like to just give it like a little bit flick out. Okay, that was it. That was what I wanted to say. So yeah, that's just something that like I notice. I don't know if you follow Gil Productions on Instagram. I feel like you probably do. He covers a lot of like Gilco Productions. He does a lot of media coverage for bodybuilding shows, and yeah, so I follow him, so I get a lot of like competitions on my feed, but that's just something I noticed a lot of the ladies are doing. He doesn't always show like the full routine, but yeah. Hey Pagro. Okay, I gotta put my shoesies back on because my feet are cold. Maybe I'll just put my slippers on and not put my whole shoe on. But anyways. No, I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming that much longer because starting to lose my voice, but I'm here. Yeah. Also, I'm really bad at like, well, I can't figure out how to use my arms when I'm like walking. So who do I look at? I followed this one Thai person. What's his name? Oh my God. Ooh, I think it starts with an L. I don't know if I can find it. Blue. No. It's not quite the same. I can't find this guy. I've been following him for like a really long time. But he basically coaches, you know, like beauty contestants in Thailand. He coaches them on how to walk. I don't know if I can find him. I feel like it starts with an L. Following. Oh, I found him. This is a LUK.O _HM. No wonder I couldn't find it. But he teaches people how to walk in high heels. Let me see if I can find one. Find a good one. Find a good video. It's a little different. Is he gonna walk? No, just turning. Very sassy though. Why can't I find it? Find a walking one. Oh, here we go. There they go. Walking. It's like, it's a little different, but it's like some of the same concepts. Like I can't figure out what to do with my arms when I try to walk like that. This is more like model walk. Yeah, super sassy. But I think one of the people he recently runway coach for Miss Grand Thailand 2003 and 2004 and Miss Universe Laos 2023. So like, I don't know. You seen his video? You want to stage walk like that? See? Thank you, Megs. How are you doing, Megs? Hey, Urban Prince. Yeah, I've been sick. I'm still kind of sick. Also, hi. Hi. I wish I could walk like that. But Megs, you have a really good walk and routine. I love also specifically like your arms during your routine. They look so like effortless and graceful. I think one thing I notice a lot about, and obviously I'm not a competitor and I can't pose like worth the shit, but like one thing I do notice specifically when I'm seeing content from bodybuilders is like a lot of them look like their arms are kind of like a little bit of like an afterthought, not everyone, but some people, like they don't really know what to do with their arms, or it's just like there. It's like, here's my arm, I guess. But I think your transitions, the way you transition with your arms is like really effortless and like graceful looking. And I love that about your posing routines specifically. Thank you, Urban Prince. It is, yes, I totally agree. The arms can really like make or break like the routine. You don't just retract your arms into themselves like a sail. No, unfortunately, like when you're doing bodybuilding, you have to show your arms. If you just retracted them, they probably take off points. It would be nice if you didn't have to be judged on them. I don't think I have very good arms. Either robot or swan, and you want to be a swan. You're definitely a swan, bro. The most swanliest. I don't think I can do robot or swan. I feel like if I was like a dude, I could do like, how when they do like their physique poses and they like walk out and they're like this. They do this, and then they go like this, and then they go like this. Like I can do that. I can do this. This is me. I'm thinking like jab block. Okay, pose. Like that's what I can do. I can do like men's physique. You got men's physique. Yeah, they all do it. They all do the same thing. I don't know who started it, but like they come out and they do. Now I messed it up. I don't know which side is supposed to be. This like this, and then they shake the arm, and I'm like, bro, hold your arm still. And then they like do this. You gotta show the tricep, and then they turn around and that's it. They literally do that though. They literally do that. Now I feel like I need to find someone to show you. Damn, don't say that. Don't say that, Nancy. You're gonna give somebody a complex. Let's see. Oh, okay, you ready? You ready? Okay, okay. Look there, he did it! He did it! And then turn around. They all do it now, though. Oh, see, you did it! It's called the Ventura step. Okay, I didn't know it had a specific name, but they all do it now. I feel like they didn't used to, but now everybody does it. Could two men's physique posing coaches like that Thai dude does for pageants? No, I don't think so. Look at like a Thanksgiving turkey. That's how you get like, that's like 50% of your definition comes from looking like a Thanksgiving turkey, bro. Don't you know? Seriously. I don't know what it's named after. He did the thing. Delicious looking Thanksgiving men's physique competitor. It does, it really makes a lot of difference. It's like, it really like highlights the definition you have. Cause it's like, it's also like part lighting, you know? Cause like if I stand like right up here, you see how much definition I lose in my stomach, even if I tense it. Like it doesn't look as defined. But if I step back to like a little bit more down lighting, you see I have like more abs. The oil helps, the tan helps, the lighting helps, everything helps. It's the whole package. Have y'all ever seen bodybuilders? You should have used oil. I mean, I felt like you were a little bit oiled up. I felt like you looked appropriately oily. Not like, some people do overdo it. You looked a little shiny. Nancy's posing in the gym was way different versus in the house. In a good way or a bad way? You didn't have any? Okay, for next time. You still looked so good though. You still look so good, Megs. I'm not gonna, I mean, I'm sure everybody has seen Megs' competition photos. If you're not following Metal Megs on all the platforms, you should be. I think it's the same name everywhere, Metal Megs, sometimes one word. Next time embrace a Pam. Oh my God, that's so funny. That kind of makes it extra funny if it was just like pan spray. The lighting is definitely better at the gym. I know, you look so good in your show. The red also is like a really good color on you. It's kind of, I feel like it was like a little bit of like a, like I feel like if I think Metal Megs, I think purple. You know, I feel like that's like your color. And I would have thought that you would choose purple for your show, like maybe purple or blue, but I really like the red, I really like the red suit. Red or fuchsia if you do another. I think it probably depends on if you want to like buy another suit or not. Because you only did one show with it. You could definitely reuse it unless they completely change the style. But yeah, I mean, I think you can pull off a lot of colors, to be honest. You don't really see, I think fuchsia would be nice because you don't really see a lot of people using that in competitions, right? So that might like help you stand out more. But yeah, I don't know. I think it should probably, yeah, it just depends on if you want to rewear or not. Because I could definitely, yeah, you could. Also, this semi-failed cut definitely highlights the fact that I should not ever try to compete. I just like, I don't think I can get low enough body fat percentage without getting really sick. And now I think I guess I would consider myself to be immunocompromised, sort of. Like, I'm probably not gonna die if I get sick, but my psoriasis is probably gonna be really bad. It'll be here on Thursday. Oh my God, so exciting. I mean, it wasn't really a failed cut, but I had to end my cut early because I went to New York for a week for work and to visit some friends. And when I got back, I got really sick. I don't really know what I got. It might have been COVID. It might not have been COVID. I took 2 COVID tests and they both came back negative. Pagro and Jade were thinking maybe it's like a respiratory thing. But it's been a really long recovery. And then it started to trigger my psoriasis and I had to stop cutting. I was trying to cut until the beginning of September, but I had to stop cutting because I just was not recovering. So this is like where my psoriasis started coming back, right here, and like on one of my hernia scars. It's not bad. I've been like trying to keep it moisturized and it just hasn't like gotten as bad as it has gotten before. But I think that like I was fine being in a calorie deficit until I got sick, but I get sick much more easily when I am in a calorie deficit. So the last time I had this happen, I think it was around the time when I had hernia surgery, but I don't remember exactly, but yeah. So I don't, generally speaking, like everyday life, like most of the year, I don't have like psoriasis issues, but if I get sick or like bad sick or yeah, like really, really stressed out, it starts to flare up. So I didn't go to the doctor this time that it happened because I started noticing it and it hasn't really, it got started doing the thing, but it hasn't gotten too much worse. But yeah. Sorry, I should have muted. But yeah, not that I was planning to compete. I don't think my physique is good enough as a not natty to compete. And it kind of like would seem like a waste of money to me, to be honest, because generally speaking, I think bodybuilding competitions are kind of a scam. But that being said, if I was completely natty, I would maybe think about doing the OCB, but I don't think, as somebody who's not natty, I don't think I measure up to somebody that is more not natty. Real talk. Oh my God, it's such a scam. I mean, yeah. If you love doing, you hate it, but you love it, yeah, it is a lot of money. Like if you love competing and like that's your hobby, I mean, I have spent a fuck ton of money on hobbies. I still spend a fuck ton of money on hobbies. So like I am in no way trying to shame you for spending money on a hobby, but like for me, I know that doing that would not be something that I would enjoy or get much fulfillment out of. So I don't think it would be worth the money. But like if you genuinely enjoy competing and like you feel that it was money well spent, like more power to you. Yeah, it's so expensive, and for what? Yeah, I mean it's to keep the competitions going. So because I'm sure it like costs a lot of money to actually like do the shows and like to have monetary prizes for people and stuff like that. But yeah, for me it's just like I'm just like not into it. I mean, even nowadays, like I don't cosplay anymore because I don't think it's worth the money. I have spent so much money cosplaying, and now I just like am not interested anymore. Can't say for sure because you haven't done it yet, but you enjoy it so far. I think a lot of people I think you're gonna feel really, really accomplished, Nancy. I think you're gonna be, you know, no matter what the outcome is with the actual competition, I think you're gonna feel really, really proud of yourself for doing it. And I think for me, I just don't really care about that kind of stuff. I would just be like, this sucks. I would just like, yeah. It cost you about $1K, and that was without a coach and not including hotel, gym membership, subs, and food. Yeah, that's a lot. Just like the fees and like if we're talking about fees, bikini, the bikinis cost a lot. The shoes, jewelry for women, a lot of the you have to have the jewelry, hair, makeup if you're hiring somebody, which honestly I would recommend that like most people should hire somebody to do their hair and makeup, tanning, all of that. Yeah, you love the adrenaline of competing in general with past stuff in your life. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think you have like you've been through a lot, Nancy. I mean, I don't want to pretend like I know you like that, like super well or anything, but like you've been through a lot, and like you've kind of like talked about it a little bit on stream, like when you were like a traveling nurse, and even like before that when you were like in Las Vegas and you were like kind of a party girl. I think that like it's also kind of like a testament to like where you are in your life and like how far you've come as well, that you're also like in a place where you can like do a bodybuilding competition. So I think it's like a bunch of things that is really gonna make it worth it for you. Yeah, that Metal Megs was like completely self-coached for the whole prep is also crazy. Also, like on top of like previous injuries and stuff like that, and you were still able to like push through. Never again. It's really mentally taxing, I'm sure. Like even just me doing my little diet is really mentally taxing. I can't imagine how mentally taxing it would to get as lean as you can possibly get and also have to think about like all the posing and stuff. You come up with your own routine. You did say you got a little bit of help from Paula. I don't think she streams anymore, but still, you didn't have like a full-on like posing coach helping you like the entire time. And then you did so well, like so well in your competition. Very impressive. He made your husband help you stay accountable. Yeah, I mean, it's good though. It's like it's kind of like a household effort. She helps you a lot with your posing. Okay, I think I'm starting to lose energy here. I can tell, you see my eyes getting lazy. That's how I know. I think I need to end stream pretty soon. Does anybody else have any, also my voice is starting to go. Does anybody else have any like very pressing comments, questions, or concerns? Yeah, Nancy, I'm so excited to see how Nancy does in her show. I feel like, I think in the ape community, aesthetic physique enthusiast community, a lot of us who don't really plan on competing are living vicariously through the people that are competing. So it was like really cool to be with Cool Runnings through his journey, and now with Nancy and Scorned. It's really awesome to like keep up with the product. You got one, it's so important. Happy to see you, missed you. Aw, thanks Acro. Ultraman light is blinking, yeah. You don't know about any pressing questions, but what about pulling questions? Pulling questions are also welcome. Thank you, Anna, thanks for being here. I wish I could have come back sooner, but like, when, like you see me like still coughing and my voice sounds like, believe me when I tell you, it was like 2 or 3 times as bad like these last couple weeks, and it was just like I knew I wouldn't be able to stream coherently. So it feels good to be back and like able to chat with y'all. I'll start like coming up with like maybe not lesson plans, but like, you know, more talking subjects later on. Yeah, it was, I don't know. I've never been so sick but also functional at the same time. I said earlier in the stream, I didn't take off any work this whole time I was sick. I didn't feel like I needed to, because I just like, you know, I work from home. I didn't really have a fever. I didn't have body aches. I didn't have chills. Generally speaking, I felt like, and I still do, I feel tired, but like mostly okay. But just like the cough and the mucus, and I've been getting some headaches, like that's been like really bad, and just like overall fatigue. There was like a week that I was taking naps every day after work, and like that's not really normal for me. So, but like, yeah, it's just like so bad, but also not bad at the same time, is really weird. So I kind of like, I didn't really look up, like you mentioned, I might have like a respiratory thing. I didn't really look into it, but yeah, I don't know. It was just really strange and really like not fun. Whatever you got, glad you're turning a corner. Yeah, thank you. Me too. Me too. Hopefully it just get better and better, because I'm feeling like I need to be working out. Anyways, okay. Don't forget to be responsible for your own gains. Don't be a dick. Control your cock. I will try to be back next week, hopefully. Fingies crossed. If you want to subscribe and you haven't subscribed already, you can click here. If you want to watch any other videos in the live stream playlist. No, this is what YouTube recommends for you, and here's the playlist. Okay, bye.